Okay, so the first slide is about IARF, but before I dive into the presentation, I will introduce myself. I am Janhvi Gupte. I belong to central part of India, Madhya Pradesh, and I work in southern part of India. And I'm associated with IARF since 2008 as a youth. I was with IARF, and since then it's been a journey, and there was no turning back kind of situation. And I'm very much glad that I have the sound leadership with IARF, which has taught me a lot. And especially the women in IARF has inspired me a lot. Maybe it would be Bitske or would be Esther. They have inspired me a lot. So, and it is a good pleasure, and like I'm being so happy being with IRF. Maybe I will start with my presentation with talking about who are RFYN. RFYN. So RFYN, this concept was introduced in 2010, wherein His Holiness Dalai Lama came to the Congress, 34th World Congress, and we decided that we should have a youth group. And then it was decided that, okay, how this youth group needs to be formulated and who would be chairing. And the first person to chair this was Morse Klors from Geneva. And then we had Albert Xavier. And then on, I was there into the council representing the youth. Well, so basically, RFYN is a youth group, and we are like we want to take up the legacy of IARF to the next generation. This is the only motive of RFYN. Okay, so I know you had a coffee break, but I usually do not do my presentations with me only doing a monologue. So maybe I have something for you. Next slide, please. Okay. So now I want you to raise your hand, what you see here, and I will come to you and you can speak that what you see here. Anyone? What do you stand from here?
Letters?
Yes? Good. Good. Anyone else? Any letter to read? Okay. Onam, a festival in India. Well, okay. Okay. Any other word? Any other letter? You think letters?
I see a letter seller.
Okay. Okay. I think this is the situation we all have. Why? Next slide, please. We all lack information. If it is not in our vicinity, if we are not able to see it, we are not able to understand it. And if it is beyond our area or visibility, we are not able to see it. And this is the problem we see in India often. I believe you can relate to your country as well when people are not able to have access to information, the right information. So here we are I'm just talking about India at the moment, and I'll talk about why this information was needed. And I felt this is the basic need of anyone to understand what exactly it is. May it be your religion, may it be others' religion, may it be others' culture, your culture. It is about learning that, having that, being informed. Next slide, please. Okay, who we are. So we are basically RFYN India. Why I said India? Because we tried having groups across countries, and I hope this Congress will bring more RFYN leaders from other regions as well who would be actively working and being association. I believe Bishop and Norbert are most of the people said that Romanian youth would be interested. As soon as I've spoken to Rinchoko Sekai, they also mentioned that they have youth group who is interested. European youth group is also interested. I've spoken to Pascal. So yes, now how do you join it? What is the process or what is the objective? Maybe if you find synergies with us, we can work together. So, talking about our vision and mission, we are doing empowerment. And education is something which is important for youth. And we are doing youth empowerment through education, awareness. Awareness, what kind of awareness? There are several projects. I will be talking in a minute about those projects. But yes, awareness is something which is a key importance to the RFYN projects. Apart from that, we have if we have to talk about India as a country, we have divided these projects into two tiers. If you see towards the right-hand side of the slide, there are two tiers. So we have created win-win situation. How? So first thing is, in tier 1, we connect with youth group of 18 to 35. We make them understand or make them aware about their own religion, or make them aware about human rights, or make them aware about peace. And later on, we use these individuals or they themselves volunteer for the projects which comes into the tier 2. Tier 2 category is the rural part of India, wherein they may not have an understanding or may not have appropriate education to understand about this awareness. Now you tell me, when people are not having food or drinking water or proper clothing, would they be interested in sitting like you all in a hall and learning about food rights? They may not be interested. They would like to know how I would get water drink. How am I clothing? So this is what we are trying to answer. We'll talk about these two tiers, how we are doing a win-win situation for both the parties. That is, the young adults who are volunteering for us, as well as the rural masses. So we have 6 projects at the moment. When I started in 2008, we had 3 categories, which are mentioned in blue, but we expanded in last 9 years when I was in council. First thing is human rights education and training program. You must be thinking where this human rights comes from when we are talking about interfaith religious freedom with IARF. Now the problem is, in India, people are not happy to talk about religious freedom, or it is not easy to talk about religious freedom because the understanding is lacking. And then we go to the same slide where the information is lacking. So now we devised a way out of this. What we did was, Eleanor Roosevelt's UDHR articles, that is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, has article number 18, which states that you have right to religion. And with this, what we have done in 1995, along with the Vivekanand Foundation, we have Ramakrishna Mission, we have collaborated Brahmo Samaj, and we have created videos which identifies a 2 days intensive training sessions with the youth to make them understand about human rights. Now, with this, they will be able to understand the human rights as well as react to the situation, what they are facing or what the current situation they see around them. Second thing is Invincible, a peace initiative. This was something which was inspired and this is purely being crafted by myself and with my team. So this was in relation to my visit to Hiroshima, and I'm proud that Japan, the land, has invited me and has opened my eyes to the fullest, wherein I understood the importance of anti-nukes. And this peace initiative is the project wherein we are looking for creating awareness about peace. I will show you some more pictures and some more videos. I'll not do more of the talking here. But yes, now coming to the gray boxes, that is Urja. Urja, the word in Hindi means energy. Okay, so okay, I think so. This is working fine. Okay, so Urja, this was a women empowerment project. How we have devised this project, there's a good story behind it. When we realized that the youth is getting activated about and getting aware about human rights, we have realized that it is an important thing to reach out to the masses and specifically women. And I heard Dr. Young yesterday said that women are not having vision and they are not having proper understanding that what they want to do in the future. And here is the answer we have coined. Talking about career first, the next one. Now, when I also heard that in one of the talk that the young people are not having job. Not having job, even when my friend from Turkey yesterday during the circle group mentioned that there are instances wherein people are not having job. Now you tell me, if the young people are volunteering for me, why they should volunteer if they don't have a job or they don't have a proper career? So I have an answer for this. So we have created this career first project for them. Moving on to when we are into an area and a region, we are all responsible, we have to act as a responsible citizen. And we decided that climate change is also a problem. And when we have to address this problem, we have to come up with solutions. And COVID has taught us a lot. With this COVID situation, we come up with sustainability project, which is called G1. G stands for global, and one in Hindi says forest. So it is G1. Also, the last thing, which is the main and core objective of IARF, that is interfaith dialogue, nothing to forget here. So we have projects on interfaith as well. What I'll do is, now I want you to sit back, watch some videos which we have from each of these events. I will play one by one, and I will explain you what were these projects, what we did, how we did, and more to talk about them. To start with, we first have Human Rights Education and Training Program. All right. There might be some people who would connect with these pictures. Maybe there were few from Japanese folks, Vitsuke, and some more. So these pictures, why I wanted to show you is to make you understand that there were several projects which we have organized, and there were several beneficiaries of these projects when it comes to human rights awareness. There were students who were not even aware about their human rights, and this was only condensed or like summarized into 2 lines in their textbook, which we have got them to learn during the span of 2 days. And there are like interactive sessions, as I mentioned before. So yes, this is the way out. We wanted to make people understand about religious freedom, but we had to take view of human rights. Now, with this, we have connected with human rights education to the Human Rights Commission of India, and we are having the presence in 4 states as well. And Dr. Brown and Mrs. Brown, who is one of the Dr. Brown is one of the council member at the moment. They have contributed a lot in creating those synergies, making people understand, and the government officials to make us understand that, okay, this is important and we can get funded. And by the way, earlier till 2015, we were getting grants from IARF, and later on, these projects are self-sponsored. We'll go to the next one. Invincible, a peace initiative. This is something which is being created by me, and of course inspired by the Japanese community. And we'll go to the PTO.
We emotionally connected to the seminar, especially how the people are suffered, how they suffered the problem, and especially some little stories really inspired us, especially the story of a girl who trusted in the belief of making small planes of paper, which she thought would help her survive, and how her story inspired the other students to inspire all and make papers, and how they innocently and very beautifully give the message of peace.
the peace initiative continues. You must have read the text beneath in there. Just to summarize, it's not ending. We would like to continue these projects, and we are going to masses. We want to create that awareness that war is not the answer to the question. Peace is important, and how it is important, and you can see the ugliest face of war and destruction if you are going in that direction. These projects are usually being designed, and like usually we are self-funding these projects, but nowadays we are receiving good response from groups and individuals who would like us to continue, like organize these projects for them. So by the way, the charts and the material is being given by the Hiroshima Peace Cultural Foundation, and I'm thankful to them. We'll go to the third one, Urja. As I said, the eternal energy. Urja is in Hindi, energy. So we feel that women has ample amount of energy, and we wanted to channelize this energy. There were instances wherein we have seen going to the villages, and usually the men are out from their house, and we do not see men in the house during our village visit or field visit, we say it. We realize that there are some pain points, and our youth, RFYN, if there are few here who already visited these places and collected the data, it was a proper research project which we did, wherein we have identified with help of questionnaire that how many problems they're facing. Are they having some challenges in terms of sanitation? Are they having challenges in terms of maybe education, or they're earning their livelihood? So, one of the thing which Robert mentioned in his speech was having two children, and then they don't have access to the hospitals. Believe me, they don't have the access to the hospital for the first child as well, because they are not aware. They see the building and they feel that this is expensive. We cannot do that. We should do it at home. So deliveries happen at home. Apart from that, they don't understand that breast cleaning is very important for feeding, and it would create some trouble to their children. So these problems were being identified. Now, how did we address them? We addressed them with, first one was digital literacy program, wherein one volunteer, a youth volunteer, who are very good at technology, they are very smart on the smartphones. So we asked them that if they can help two women at a time to help navigate how they can use their phone for their work, which they can showcase to the world for the purchase. May it be handicraft, may it be their selling of their vegetables or homegrown, or anything else. So what we did was we trained them. We asked them to learn about their phones, how they use it, how they can wisely use it. That was one of the digital literacy program which has got tremendous success, and we have tied up with the government of India, one of the bank, the rural bank, and NABARD, who is helping us with the human rights, like women empowerment in human rights as a project. And maybe I have a clip to show you, and then I can talk back.
मेरा नाम ललिता चंचल है। मैं घोड़ावाड़ी क्षेत्र की रहने वाली हूँ। 15 किलोमीटर दूरी से सिलाई सीखने आती हूँ। सेंट्रल फाउंडेशन में हमें बहुत अच्छी तरीके से सिलाई सिखाई जाती है और हम अपना कार्य घर में भी कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हमें 2 से 3 हज़ार रुपये की इनकम हो जाती है।
नमस्ते, मैं दमुआ ब्लॉक निःशुल्क सिलाई सेंटर से मैंने सिलाई सीखी हूँ और मैं घर बैठे सिलाई सेंटर पर काम कर रही हूँ, जिससे मुझे 4 से 5 हज़ार रुपये की आमदनी हो जाती है।
So I talked about digital literacy. There was some more people and the group of individuals who came to us and said that we need volunteers if you can have. And I said yes. And one of the institution was Centum Foundation. It is also an NGO who is providing sewing classes for free of charge. There was some charge which was given to them, like in terms of making them like get that thread or maybe electricity or something like that. But we have partnered with Sony Computer Education, which is one of the now will become one of the member of IARF, who has like selflessly sponsored us and said that, okay, this part we will take care of. You just provide the volunteers. And our RFYN, that is youth group, has volunteered and visited these places, helped them organize these events and make them aware. So we have registrations which are coming through, and you can, if you get a chance to come to India, we would be happy to take you to these centers and visit them, talk to them in person, and understand their feeling about this organization and the work that they have learned. Next one, please. Okay, career first. As I told you, it's important for a youth to have a career. Of course, with the career, if we are able to do IRF or NGO work or any other work, is a perk. So when we are looking at the youth who is going around in the sun, walking in the sun, and not having accessibility to proper food, then also doing some of the projects for me or my group, I was very much touched. And I said that, okay, maybe I need something to do about their career. And then we have reached out to multiple companies, multinational companies, to get them job. Also, we decided when we were in COVID, there were instances wherein people were not able to go and learn about the competitive examinations. In India, the public sector examinations require a preparation, and as good as the international or like financial examinations like FRM, CFA requires study. The similar way, you have to appear for an exam to get into in university. So getting that study done, you need to have a coaching class. When you are not having a coaching class and you don't have money for that coaching class, right? How do you do that? We provide it for free. So we have spoken to very like so many eminent people and also the public sector individuals who said that they will sponsor all the education for the youth and they will provide the money to them to study. And that's how we had several people who got jobs, who are attempting these like examinations and passing with good marks. So this is creating a win-win situation for the youth. Luke, is that working? There is a delay. We are sorry for the technical issue. Okay, so there were a few slides from MDS, that is Motivational Dialogue Series. So this was also one of the creation of the youth in India, and we decided, and it was not possible without Luke and Robert intervening in there and helping us with the project. So this is important for youth to get motivated, and these kind of events wherein you all can speak your experiences with us, it will help. I think so. The youth may echo me, wherein we need your support in terms of sharing your experiences with us, making us show us a way, wherein lead us a way. So this is very much important, and these kind of sessions are really, really helpful. Okay, the fifth one is Jeevan. As maybe I will play the slides and then I will talk. Sorry, there is some internet issue. Sorry, we are still facing some internet issue. Maybe in the meanwhile, I'll talk through the work we have done. So we made this G1 to be an interesting challenge. As I said, what you do is you all celebrate your birthdays. Yes, no, yes. Do you celebrate your anniversaries? Do you feel joyful about that? Okay, donate a plant to us. Okay, so what we do is we take these plants, what you have donated, and we give it to people with a QR code on it. The app is under construction, but what we do is we give this to one of the family or someone who is in the rural areas. I'll talk about the families first. What we do is we give this plant, we tell them you have to report every quarter the growth of this plant. Click a picture and upload it. Very easy. If it is, and then if it is good till the end of the year, you are rewarded. So we get recognition certificate from the government or the collector or any person in the position can reward them with a recognition that they have raised the child for 1 year. They will act, that plant will act as their child. Okay. But when it comes to rural area, we are little different with them. We say that you take many more plants, raise them, and then when you click the pictures and show us the growth, we will reward you in money. So when the people, generous people like you, celebrate your birthday, sometimes you donate as well. So we reward them with this prize. So this makes a challenge as well as they feel accountable for that plant. So this is how we are making it interesting. At the same point in time, there are instances wherein we have cleanliness drives being organized across cities and sanitation drives being organized across the cities. So those are few of the interesting works what Jeevan does. Maybe we will go to. Do you want to see the video or should we go to the? Okay, the last one, interfaith dialogue, very important from the perspective of IARF and from the perspective of a youth. So interfaith dialogues, maybe what I'll do is, there is a very small video for interfaith dialogue. As I said, in India, it is very difficult to bring people together from different faith and do things together. And I was amazed yesterday, the Hungarian church was able to bring all of us together under a single roof, which is unlikely in most of the instances. So what we do is, usually the young people, we ask them to know about their particular festival. And if at all the festivals are falling on similar dates, we decide a date wherein they both parties, like if at all there are 2 or 3 festivals from two or three different religion, they can come together and talk about their own festival. This is how we do the interfaith dialogue. Maybe we'll have a video. So that brings to the end of the presentation, and I'm open for the questions if you may have.
Well, thank you very much, Janhvi. This has been fantastic. I think very, very interesting. I have one question on the human rights education. You mentioned that it's spread out all over India and Sri Lanka. But in how many schools is it applied now? And which one do you organize that? Is that with the National Ministry of Education? Are they behind this? Or do you organize this with regional school organizations? Can you tell something about the scale and the way of organizing it?
Absolutely great. I will answer that. So basically, in human rights education training program in India and Sri Lanka, earlier with Sri Lanka it was easy, but now it is not that easy with Sri Lanka. But yes, what we do is we reach out to the colleges and schools wherein we have the students in the age group of 18 to 35. Okay. And what we do is we reach out to them. We ask them that whether we have this program, and this program will have this content and this kind of information. Are you interested to have this program in your college or school? So once we decide that we will have this 2 days training program in that college or school, we will go and organize this program. So usually the facilitators, Earlier, the Dutch government was funding these projects of human rights, but later on, it was all by on our feet. So we were doing it ourselves. So usually, we want the college or school to lend us the furniture and the infrastructure, and rest of the things are being taken care by us. Content, maybe the props or the information required during the presentation. So this is something which we do. Does that answer your question?
Congratulations to Janhvi and the team. Chinwara for doing wonderful work. I'm very happy to listen to the report for the first time hearing about RFYN. My question is, you have trained a lot of human rights activists. I'm very happy about that because India needs it at this time, and also peace building and the interfaith and all. India is very low on religious tolerance as of now. And there are so many minorities, Christians and Muslims being killed. So I'm sure you have success stories. I mean, your group, how it has faced the religious violence in India, how it has addressed. So I'm sure you can tell us some success stories because it's not just the training, but what they do with the training is most important. Thank you.
Sure, sir. So I have one of the person here sitting may testify for me. So Shashwat Jain, who did the prayers in the morning about the Jain community, right? So he was not aware about his own religion, what exactly we do, because it was being just seen what his mother or father does at home, and he just follows that. But when he came to us and joined IARF, he was interested. He wanted to know about his own religion, and he did that. And today, he was able to do a prayer, a devotion in front of you all. So that is something which is a success for me. If you are able to know about your own religion, is a success for me.
Do you have any availability in Kashmir, which is such a problem area?
At the moment, it is quite difficult because if we are talking about human rights or religious freedom, it is not easy access to the channel. But if at all we are talking about career development or women empowerment, we will get a way through. So maybe we will consider doing that. But at this point in time, sorry, we don't have any kind of work done into the very northern part of India. Yes, so we had a very good youth group in that region, and they are doing a wonderful job. And they are so at this point in time, Manipur is having such a issue, and we have reached out to this youth group in Manipur and Imphal, and there is this whole northeastern belt. So we have tried reaching out to them, but this was during the pandemic season, that is 2019. We haven't got a chance to reach there. And again, I'll bring to the point, it is far away. It is a cost to travel. And if at all it is not supported with money, it is very difficult to reach there and deliver these kind of programs in the region. If at all we have to equip those people to do the projects, we want them to travel to our cities or either vice versa to do these projects. Any other questions, please?
I'll take that one. Can I, on your behalf, thank Janhvi for such a wonderful... When I said to her at the beginning, when we were planning this Congress, I said, we want to have videos and all sorts of all new technology to use all that was available to us. And I think she's just done a marvelous job at achieving that. So thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was quite inspired by Robert when he said last time when he visited India, and he said, stories, get stories. And I was like, really, I should get the story now.
So thank you, Janhvi. It's now time for us to get some lunch. we start again. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes or so. I think that's right. Somebody's going to tell me the program says something different, but it says, okay. What? 12:30, is it? Sorry, it's quarter past 1. 1:15 we start. 1:45, so 1:45. Yeah. So please enjoy your lunch. Calm, and we'll see you back at 1:45. Thank you so much.